Effective teaching and learning can't take place in a poorly managed classroom. If students are disorderly and disrespectful, and no apparent rules and procedures guide behavior, chaos becomes the norm. In this video, you will see how an elementary classroom teacher and a secondary classroom teacher establish management procedures for their
Please
classes.
take out your worksheets and start writing down the different parts of the plant.
Even though students are being disruptive, she stays calm and neutral. Notice how she maintains the flow of instruction. She doesn't draw attention to the students who are being disruptive. Then she speaks privately to the two students.
Felix and Amanda, one of the expectations in this class is to be respectful, right? And being respectful means paying attention in class.
She reminds the students about the classroom expectations. Sometimes that's enough, and when it is, don't forget to praise students for getting back on track.
Okay? Okay. Thank you.
But what if they continue being disruptive?
Oh, very good. Felix and Amanda, you have a choice, okay? You can bring your attention back to the lesson, or you can wipe down the tables during free time. All right? I'll give you a moment to think about that.
Ms. A stays calm, keeps the instruction going, speaks privately to the students, and offers them a simple choice. Join in the lesson or face a small consequence. When you offer a simple choice, it's important to have a set of small consequences planned out.
I use a consequence that fits the behavior. So, for example, if I have a student who's not complying with a request to be responsible, I have a short list of consequences for that. Things like watering the plants, wiping down the tables, things that model responsibility.
After offering a simple choice, Ms. A gives the students time to consider the options.
What's your choice?
Go back to work. Get back to work.
Good choice, thank you.
When the students decide to get back to work, she praises their choice. But what if the students continue to be disruptive, even after agreeing to comply? Then she delivers the consequences in a calm, neutral way.
Okay, it looks like you have made a choice. So I'd like you to wipe down the tables during free time today. And Felix, I have a place for you to sit over here, okay?
Classroom. When I greet kids as they come through that door, I say, "Good to see you," and then I say, "Show me your homework from the night before." And if they don't have their homework, they get a 60-minute detention after school that day, and they all serve that detention. They say this to me in the first couple of days of school. They say, "Mr. Esther, last year there were only like 2 or 3 kids who did their homework every day, and now we've got only 1 or 2 kids who don't do their homework every day." And it dawns on them that this is a place with profoundly different expectations. And that's just another way that those expectations manifest themselves. A lot of my students come from middle schools where teachers have trouble controlling the class. And so they're used to talking whenever they want, essentially. So one of the most important things I do in the first few days of the school year is communicate to them really clearly that it is unacceptable to talk when they shouldn't be talking, and that I will enforce that expectation. And for a lot of them, it's a shock to see someone have such high expectations in terms of whispering and preparedness. And if in the first few days of the school year they see not only that I give those consequences, but that I follow through, that you will have a meeting if on 2 separate occasions you don't meet my expectations, that you will get a call home if on 3 separate occasions you don't meet my expectations, and that you will go to the office if on 4 separate occasions you don't meet my expectations. When they see that not only am I consistent and fair with delivering those consequences, but that I'll do it every time and I'll follow through, then they just feel that this is a safe place where they know what to expect based on their behavior. And when they get that, then it just becomes calm. And as long as I make sure I'm fair with regards to giving out those consequences, then there's respect that can be maintained. Whereas if I were unfair, I don't even deserve respect. I need to be able to treat each and every one of them like someone who is capable of doing the right thing.
I kind of thought he was weird a little bit, but once I got to know him, I thought like he was a good guy. Personally, he was a tad bit strict, but I thought that's what we needed in order to stay on track. We need that strictness to keep us on track so we can be where we need to be in school. So I don't think that the strictness was a bad thing. But he also made class a lot of fun. Like he would do music examples and we could like walk around. It wasn't like sit in the seat, write down what he says, and then that's it and you leave. We actually did stuff and it made it enjoyable. Like I didn't mind coming to English class this last year.
Okay, better. We'll get it.
I mean, he got faith in us to believe that we can do it, so I believe that's good, that they're high and not low. So I don't really think it's strict.
1, 2, 3. Oh, all right, not bad for the first time.
In middle school, if teachers didn't care, I didn't care. So I felt like if they don't care, then why should I care of what I'm doing? And then when I came to this school and Mr. Hester started teaching, I started seeing like I do care. Like I want to go to college and do something in life.
Well, the first few days I thought it was kind of weird how he taught, but then I eventually realized that it was sort of like to get us into it. Like clap means pay attention. I don't know, snap means do your work, stuff like that kind of stuff. So it's been pretty rare to find a teacher like that.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he said that, like on the first day of school. He was like, you will succeed, you will go to college. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to college now. So
I'm here to make sure you get the education you deserve. So when I give, guys, that like verbal warning, or when I give you homework center, I'm doing it because I want you to go to college. I'm not doing it so I can have an easy day. Get that? I was a bad teacher my first year of teaching. I remember one occasion vividly where I literally lost control of my class. It was third period in my first year of teaching, and I was asking them to be quiet, and they weren't. And then I raised my voice, and I said, we need to be quiet, and they weren't. And I stepped outside. I had to call the dean in, and the dean came in and shooed them out for a few minutes. But I literally lost control of my class. I'll never forget that. I just was not effective at getting kids to meet my expectations. So I kind of became obsessed with management and engagement and ensuring the kids met my expectations. And I know that if I were a first year teacher, I would love to have seen how a fourth year's teacher's first day looked and sounded like. How they actually gave that consequence, what they gave that consequence for, how they told students what to do.